Deep in the woods, something strange is happening. Unsuspecting hikers stumble upon a trail cam, and what they find on the footage is something they never expected to see. The first footage caught on the trail cam in our list is a rare spirit bear. Officials in Michigan have confirmed that a black bear with white fur, also known as a spirit bear, is roaming the woods in the western parts of the Upper Peninsula. This is a very rare animal. It is the first time an extremely rare animal has ever been seen in the state. It was caught on a resident's trail camera in early September, according to MLive. It is thought that Michigan's spirit bear weighs about 100 pounds and has a blonde coat with red or cinnamon streaks on the back of its head and down its neck. The North American Bear Center, a nonprofit, says that most spirit bears, also called Kermode bears, live on Princess Royal and Gribble Islands off the coast of British Columbia, where the genetic pool is smaller and they are separated from other black bears. This makes it more likely that white-furred cubs will be born. The spirit bear in Michigan is only the 5th time that a white-black bear has been seen outside of Canada. Lynn Rogers of the Wildlife Research Institute in Minnesota told MLive that the animal seen in Michigan is 1 in a million in terms of its genes. So he said there are a few genes in this area. It's a gene that works both ways, and if there are fewer of these genes here, it will be rare to get a double recessive combination. The second footage is of a ghost orbs. A home security camera in Maryland caught a line of brightly lit orbs moving above the backyard of a house. The strange thing was caught on a Ring camera at home in Bowie on Saturday night. No one knows what it was. In the bottom left corner of the video frame, you can see 6 linked orbs moving back and forth. As the orbs move toward the top of the picture, they get bigger, and the line gets longer until they go out of the frame. The orbs move back into view one more time before they go away for good. The home's owner, Rhonda, sent the video to Fox 5 after hearing about similar orbs caught on camera in Florida. She told us that this was the first time she had ever seen something strange on her camera. She says that her flood cam was set up in her backyard about a month ago. It faces the woods, where it often catches animals. She says that she has never taken a picture of anything strange before. Next on our list is a mountain lion. Woman's terrified screams heard as she chases mountain lion away from dog. On the evening of February 4, the screams of a woman possibly prevented her small dog from being attacked by a mountain lion. The video was captured by a camera at the woman's security door and posted by Fox 31 Denver. It shows an unidentified woman screaming as a mountain lion chases after her 25-pound dog in the backyard of her home in Boulder, Colorado. When the owner let the dog out to use the potty, the animal immediately began to yelp and run about the yard. You can see the lion enter the yard and start chasing after the dog in the footage. As soon as the homeowner heard the commotion, she raced out of the house and began to yell at the large cat, all the while attempting to lure it away from her dog. As the woman works to capture her dog and bring it inside, the cat takes off in the opposite direction. Since the middle of January, Colorado Parks and Wildlife has received 3 reports of mountain lions attacking dogs in the same neighborhood. All of these attacks took place in the same area. There were 2 of the dogs passed away. The 4th footage we have is of a baby dinosaur. The woman in Florida is sure she saw a baby dinosaur run through her yard, and a 5-second video that has gone viral online backs up her story. Christina Ryan told Fox 35 that everyone she showed the video to came to the same conclusion. The thing looked like a baby dinosaur. On April 15, 2021, her surveillance camera caught what looked like an animal with a long tail running through her front yard in the middle of the night. Ms. Ryan said she looked at the recording from my security camera from 3:40 a.m. on April 15 and saw what looked to her like a raptor or a small dinosaur. Any animal we can think of that would be walking at 3:40 in the morning wouldn't walk this way. Still, there is no clear answer. People say it could be a dog, fox, etc. But those animals don't walk that way and don't have the back legs this animal does. She also said that some people thought it might be a bird, but that didn't make sense since it looked like it had front legs. People who saw the video on social media were also confused by it. The 5-second video was posted on Twitter by a user named @ChrisLikesDinos. Then, all of a sudden, everyone was making jokes about Jurassic Park. But many people who watched the video closely saw that the animal was on a leash and thought it might have been a dog. Tell us what you think about the strange small creature that was running through the woman's yard in the middle of the night. Moving on, next is a Georgia whitetail. This year, it has rained so much in the southeastern U.S. that water has pooled in low spots all over the woods. This could be bad news for food plots and other places where white-tailed deer are kept. But it's a good thing that some deer are willing to brave the weather to find food. At least, this deer does. Jeffrey Autry, an electrician from Collins, GA, sent this great video to the Georgia Outdoor News. On Thursday, September 8th, the paper published the story behind the clip. On a new lease near the Altamaha River, Autry is said to have spread 5 gallons of corn over some lowland habitat. Then, he put a trail camera on a nearby tree so he could watch the area and see if there were any possible shooter bucks for the fall. If not for this buck, who was willing to put his head underwater to get the corn, all of his work would have been lost to the heavy rains. Autry couldn't believe what he saw in the video when he watched it. He says that people in the area don't act like this very often. He has never seen a deer do anything like that before. He showed the video to some friends and some old men who have hunted deer for a long time. None of them had ever seen a deer do that before. Most of them have been hunting there for a long time. The Georgia Wildlife Resources Division's head deer biologist wasn't as surprised by this deer's willingness to go pedicles deep. Charlie Kilmaster told Gion that deer have a good enough sense of smell to find food that has been flooded, and they will eat a wide range of plants that grow in water. This is probably not something we see very often unless we are in a place with a lot of wetlands like the Everglades, but he has seen videos of deer submarine eating before. Next is a strange creature riding a buffalo and then a rhino. A hidden camera trap captured an unusual moment when a wild genet that resembled a cat rode on some of Africa's largest animals. The creature was spotted riding on both a rhino and a buffalo. Although no one knew for certain, it was suspected that it was waiting for the animals to scare up little prey before pouncing. Something incredible happened in South Africa's Lulu Imfolozi Park. However, if Wildlife Act hadn't installed a strategically positioned covered camera, no one would have known about the bizarre conduct. The Wildlife Act employs traps to monitor endangered species and apprehends those who attempt to take them. The bizarre occurrence was captured on camera not once, but twice, and the volunteer rangers with Wildlife Act are certain that it was the same genet each time. In fact, park officials believe this is the first time they have seen anything like it in the wild. The cat-like creature is seen riding on both a rhino and a buffalo in the photos. Camera traps allow wildlife to be observed without interfering with their activities. They turn on when you move and have a harmless flash. You can learn about how animals move and respond when you can't see them by looking at the photographs. Since the amusing photos surfaced, the group intends to set up a remote video camera trap in the same location to see if they can get a better record of the behavior. Genets are linked to cats, although mongooses are their closest relatives. They typically have fur with spots, long tails with bands, short heads, and large ears. The 7th on our list is lynx versus coyote. In this video, a lynx is seen walking calmly until a coyote pops into view, which seems to surprise both the coyote and the lynx, who lunges on top of its back. Here are two animals that hunt and know how to throw their paws to stay alive. And since the coyote is usually a little bit bigger, you might think this is a fair fight. Not really, it's not. The lynx lands on the coyote, and the two of them roll over so that it looks like the cat is wrapped around the dog's head. They roll around and fight, but it looks like the lynx has always had the upper hand. The dog finally has enough and decides to leave. As he runs away, the look bats its paws at the coyote, just like a regular house cat would, only much more dangerous. This is proof cats and dogs don't get along very well, even in the woods. Coming next is the tooth fairy. As we get older, it's easy to lose the sense of magic we had as kids. But one mom's belief in magic has been rekindled after she caught the tooth fairy on her Ring doorbell footage. Alicia Stoddart was staying with her parents in their caravan at a holiday park when a mysterious flying object set off the sensors, leaving her and the kids completely dumbfounded. Mama Alicia, 38, and kids Millie, 17, Layla, 11, and Danny, 9, were all completely confused by the fairy-shaped object with wings that fluttered toward the camera before flying over the caravan's roof. The family from Hemel Hempstead, Hertfordshire, was staying in a caravan park in Clacton, Essex, last Sunday when they saw the magical thing. She explained they were at her parents' house looking at the Ring doorbell footage when it happened. They were racking our brains, trying to figure out what it could be and looking up possible causes on the internet. But none fit the shape and size of the image. Last on our list is bull moose sparring. A trail camera in New Hampshire caught 2 bull moose fighting over a cow moose. From the middle of September to the middle of October is when they mate. New Hampshire Fish and Game says that these bulls are fighting to protect a cow they are after. Officials say that after the rut, bulls may eat together to get ready for winter, so we'll have to wait and see if this pair can get along. You can watch a video of the big animals fighting in a very intense way below. Moose don't group together like most other types of deer do. Except for moose calves, who stay with their mothers, they live alone. The moose eats plants by browsing. They can eat many different kinds of plants and fruits. The average adult moose needs to eat about 23,000 calories, or 96 megajoules, every day to keep its weight the same. Moose don't eat grass, they eat other things. This means that, like giraffes, moose carefully choose foods with more nutrients and less fiber. Because of this, the moose's digestive system has changed so that it can handle a diet that is low in fiber. Have you tried using a wireless trail camera to capture mysterious photos while traveling? Let us know in the comments section below. And that brings us to the end of the video. Feel free to let us know what you think about this video. And if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.